Hello, and welcome to this video. Um, it's been a long time since the first part, but, it got 2 views, and I think both of them were me, so it's fine. I guess. Anyway, I'm doing this for me, so let's get right into it. We've got, the next band is Boys Like Girls, which I gave a 7, and it's our first question mark. And for those of you who don't remember, because I don't even really remember, here, let's read the legend that I made for this table. How does it go? It's question marks equal score based on the music I like/listen to rather than the band's music as a whole. For example, Boys Like Girls, their first album is a good album. I give it a 7 out of 7 even. But, all of their other music is trash. So, yeah, there you go. Favorite album, Boys Like Girls. Obviously, it's the only one I like even. Favorite song, Thunder. That actually has an interesting story behind it. Back in high school, I had to do a project for a film class or whatever, and we had to just kind of make a slideshow to a song basically. And me and a girl I had a crush on chose the same song, and so that was interesting. The rest of the story is sad and it sucks and it's long, and then I don't really want to share it with the internet, so let's move on and see what the comment for Boys Like Girls is. I only listen to Boys Like Girls, the album. Their other albums fucking suck. I mean, you right, past me. You right. Alright, brand new. 10. Yes. Favorite album, Daisy. That is such a hard decision. And now science fiction exists, and I'm just let's just say Daisy, because Daisy is good, but also all of their other albums are good. Even Your Favorite Weapon, a lot of people are like, oh, it's the worst one, and it is their worst one, but it's still a 9 out of 10, I'd say. And I say Daisy is my favorite mostly because my favorite song is at the bottom, because god damn, I love that song. Some men die under the mountain just looking for gold. Some die looking for a hand to hold. And holy shit, that gets me every time. My comment on brand new? Fuck. That's it. That's all it says. What else do you say about brand new? People always ask when I talk about brand new. It's oh, what genre are they? I'm I don't know. Shut up. Leave me alone. All right, then we have Breaking Benjamin. 7 out of 10. Favorite album, Dear Agony. I would agree with that still. Favorite song, Dear Agony. I guess so. It's pretty good. My friend Chris showed them to me. That's true, back in grade 10. That's a long time ago. Bring Me the Horizon. They get an 8, but also a question mark, because unfortunately everyone who knows Bring Me the Horizon knows what happened, and it sucks that it happened, but goddamn is their new shit bad. It makes me sad. Favorite album, Suicide Season. It's either that or There Is a Hell, blah 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 blah, because both of those albums are really great. I think Suicide Season gets an edge over There Is a Hell, just because I own the physical copy of Suicide Season, so I play it in my car all the time and all that. It's good. It's good. Favorite song, Death Breath. I love that song. It's so stupid, but really hardcore and kind of funny. Oh, comment. That's the Spirit is bad. Sad face. Yeah, it's true. Citizen. I gave them a 6. I gave Citizen a 6. I mean, it's a 6 and a question mark. And okay, so back when I made this table, I literally had only heard Youth, and their second album had come out, but I'd never even listened to it. And now they have their third album. Oh, Citizen is not a 6, my guy. Oh, they're a 9 or maybe a 10. I would give them a 9 easy, and then maybe a 10. Holy shit. Anyway, favorite song, Sleep. I do. Do you sleep anymore? Do. I fucking love that song. Comment. I've only listened to Youth. I don't know why. I still don't know why. Like, I know all of their albums now, but like back then, I listened to Youth. I liked Youth. Apparently not as much as I thought I did. Like, yeah. And then I just didn't listen to their other album, and then it like kind of took until their third album came out, and I'm like, all right, let's listen to the rest of their discography. And it's like, oh, I really like it. I don't know what. It's stupid. I'm done. Close to Home, a dead band. Oh, it hurts my soul to talk about dead bands, but Close to Home, 7 out of 10. I think I've grown more attached, but 7 out of 10. Maybe they also get like a 9 or an 8, but at least a 7. Favorite album, Monument. Yeah. Oh, Nights Like Tonight. Do 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 do. I love that. I love it. Comment. They broke up. Sad face. Like, same. Close Your Eyes. Another dead band. Because they died, but they got a new singer, and then they became like fucking basically country or whatever. I think that's a lie. I think I'm exaggerating how much I hate it. But like, they got a new singer, and their new singer sucks, and they just they got shit, and then they broke up for real, because it's like, oh wow, no one actually likes this because it's terrible. 6 out of 10 with a question mark. I agree with that. It's a question mark because their most recent album / last album or whatever, it sucks ass. Like, it would make their score so much lower. So it's just like, let's forget about that exists and just give them a 6. Favorite album, Empty Hands and Heavy Hearts, because they have like 3 albums, the one that sucks, and then their first album, and Empty Hands and Heavy Hearts, and Empty Hands and Heavy Hearts is just better. Favorite song, Valleys. I agree, that's a good song. They got a shitty singer for their last album and then broke up. I'm glad that I basically agree with all the comments, because I'm just saying the comments and then reading them. It's like, oh, hey, that's what I just said. Counterparts, 10 out of 10. Yes, that's true. Tragedy Will Find Us. Oh my god. All of their albums are just killer. But I have to say, Tragedy Will Find Us is just like a notch, like half a notch better than their other albums. And it's mainly because Solace is on it. My favorite song by them. Holy fuck. Like, I love all of their music, but Solace is just next level. It, like, I love it. I fucking love Counterparts. Yep. Hasn't changed at all. Crown the Empire. Solid 5 out of 10, I agree. The Fallout is their best album, because yes. Makeshift Chemistry. Yeah, it's their best song. I don't even like them, but I do. You know? Question mark. Their first album was good, and they've been on the decline ever since. Yeah, like their most recent album, like I listened to it like once, and then I was just like, eh. And like, it's on my iPod, but I don't really like it. Like, maybe if I gave it another chance, because I've been noticing that like I have a bunch of like albums on my iPod that are like there's the check mark that you can press. You press the check mark, and then it doesn't show up on playlists that you make, like smart playlists, I mean. So there's a bunch of albums like that, and like some I've even like made it so it's like they don't play when you shuffle or whatever. But I've like listened to some of those albums after they've been like that for like a year or two or whatever, and I'm like, this isn't as bad as I remember it being. So maybe if I gave Crown the Empire as the newest album another chance, maybe I wouldn't hate it. But it's just like, it just felt too soft, Like, Crown the Empire is one of those bands. It's like, I want you to hit me hard, not with the fucking not hard. You know what I mean? I'm sure metalheads understand how I feel. A Day to Remember, 10 out of 10. I would still agree with that. Yeah, they're pretty good. What separates me from you? Favorite album? Common Courtesy. I can't remember if Common Courtesy was out yet. I think it was. I think it was out like for a year-ish, actually, at the time I wrote this. Sticks and Bricks favorite song. Sure, let's go with that. I don't think that's true, but I couldn't tell you what my favorite song is. One of the first bands with unclean vocals I liked. That is true. Because basically, I... How I got into metal is basically I listened to The Bird and the Worm by The Used because I fucking love that song. But like there's like the bridge where it's like you know? And I was like, oh, I really don't like that, but I got addicted to that song. Like I was like I heard it and I was like, oh, it's a good song, but I don't like the like really hard part. So I'll just like never listen to it again. And then just like one day I was laying in my bed, I'm like, I need to listen to it. I have to listen to it. So then I did, and then I'm like, well, I mean, if I like it this much, I should probably, like get into it or whatever. So I did. And then I heard of Silverstein because I learned about All Time Low, and then I learned about how All Time Low was part of Hopeless Records, and then I found Silverstein through that. And then I was like, man, I really, really, really love Burning Hearts, but all their other stuff is like, post-hardcore, and I'm just like a, pop boy who likes pop shit, and then like a little like hard rock is probably the hardest I would go, But then just one day I was like, I just love Silverstein. Favorite band, by the way, in case you didn't know. I just love them, and I was like, I just need to listen to all of their stuff. So then I did, and boom, basically I was listening to metal, and then I listened to All I Want by A Day to Remember, and I was like, that's a really good song. And I'm like, oh, it's another band that's really hard, though. God damn it. But then I was like, but they're so good, so I'm going to listen to all of their stuff. And then after that, I was just sold. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm a metalhead now. Yeah, okay, that was A Day to Remember. The Devil Wears Prada, 8 out of 10. I feel like that's fair. Favorite album, 8:18, however the fuck you would say that, I don't know. I would agree with that. Either that or Death Throne. Death Throne's pretty good. Martyrs, favorite song, I would agree with that. It's a good song. Martyrs. Anyway, I've never seen the movie LOL, The Devil Wears Prada. Haha, it's so funny. Because, yeah, whenever I, ask someone, I was like, oh, have you heard of The Devil Wears Prada? It's like, oh, yeah, I hated that movie, or whatever. And I'm like, bro, I'm not talking about the movie. Just like The Wonder Years. I don't care about the show. I don't know anything about the show except that it's called The Wonder Years. I'm into pop punk, not into whatever the fuck it is. Fall Out Boy. 7 ? Yeah, I guess so. Because, pre-hiatus, good shit. Post-hiatus, especially Mania, not so good. Save Rock and Roll is fine. American Beauty, American Psycho is, okay. And then Mania is just offensively terrible. So yeah, Folie à Deux, 100% my favorite album by Fall Out Boy, 9 out of 10 I would say. What a Catch, Donnie, good shit. That song, it's slide into the DMs or whatever. I really love the line, does your husband know the way that the sunshine gleams from your wedding band? Because basically, I don't know about you guys, but in my retail job, I'm just standing at the cashier all day, and then, occasionally very attractive people walk up to my till, and I'm like, ooh, and then I just can't help but look to see, hey, is there a ring on there? And then usually there is, and then it reminds me of that song, and I'm like, I can so relate to that one lyric So yeah, whatever. Like, that song has, like, it's one of those, like, oh, I have a paragraph for my title. So I can never remember what it's called, but Fall Out Boy fans know what I'm talking about. They were good pre-hiatus. Agreed. That is 100% true. Finch. Interesting band. They also broke up like 3 times. 5 out of 10. I feel like I've grown more attached to them. But like, maybe 7, but no higher than 7. I would give them a 7 maybe. Back to Oblivion. That's a good album. I'm glad they came back for it. Back to Oblivion is my favorite song. I don't agree with that. There's a song off of whatever that album's called, the one with like the flying house or whatever. There's that one song that I really love. I couldn't tell you what it is because I don't remember what it's called, but I love it. They broke up 3 times. See, I told you they broke up 3 times. The Ghost Inside, 9 out of 10, maybe even 10 out of 10 now, I would say. Dear Youth, great album. The Other Half, holy shit, I love it. My favorite things in life aren't even things at all. They're the things that keep my heart full, like that. I love that lyric. Good shit, thanks. Very in-depth comment. I mean, at least it got 2 words, whereas Brand New just got fuck. I mean, they got an exclamation mark, so I don't know. What's better, 2 words or an exclamation mark? Who cares? Good Charlotte, 7 out of 10. Agreed. Their newest album is meh. The Young and the Hopeless, 100% their best album. The Story of My Old Man. I love that song. It makes me happy that they're actually still good. That is true. It's still kind of true. I don't know. Their like comeback album was like, yeah, unlike Save Rock and Roll. Like Save Rock and Roll, I'm like, yay, Fall Out Boy's back. You know, whereas like Good Charlotte came out with whatever it's called. I don't remember. They came out with that album and I was like, damn, it's good, man. And then they came out with like Generation RX or whatever, and I'm like, this is just kind of bland. I mean, I think I've listened to it like once or twice, so, you know. And for me, I don't know if anyone else gets this, but for me, like, when I listen to an album for like the first time of like a band that I like even my favorite band, like even Silverstein, like Dead Reflection, I listened to it, and like the first time I was like, I don't really like this. One of my favorite albums like ever. So it's a weird thing. Like, I listen to something for the first time and I'm just like, meh, I don't like this. And I think it's the, oh, I can't sing along to it yet, what's the point? And then you listen to it enough times, like, hey, now I can sing along to it. It's like, actually, it's great. Like, Science Fiction, one of like the greatest goddamn albums ever. I listened to it the first time, like all the way through, and I was like, this is so like boring, and like I'm getting nauseous from how like long it is, and God, I was just like nothing but complaints. And now, like, if you were like, you have to live the rest of your life without ever listening to Science Fiction again, I would be very, very sad. Let's just put it that way. I would be very upset. So maybe Generation RX could grow on me. I don't feel like it will, but we'll see what the future brings. Green Day, 7 out of 10. I think that's fair. I think everyone gives them too much shit. Like, they're not perfect, but they're not like, oh man, everything other than Dookie is Dookie. You know? I don't know. People have probably said that. Longview, still my favorite song for sure. Old Green Day is better. Like, it's just true, but I legitimately don't, like, I understand when people are like, okay, so American Idiot and Onward, no thanks. Like, I personally love the American Idiot album, but like, I understand, like, it's different, you know, it's different from their old stuff. But people who are like, I like Dookie, but then like Insomniac and Beyond, no thanks. It's like, Dookie and Insomniac are fucking like the same album. I am sorry, that probably offended a lot of people, but like they came out like a year apart and they're just the same. Both great, but like, and like, how can you not like Walking Contradiction? It's one of my favorite songs by Green Day. So good. And then, like, people who don't like Warning, like, they're like, Up to Nimrod is good, Warning sucks, though, and then Beyond is, like, even worse and worse and worse. Like, what's wrong with Warning? Warning is totally old Green Day. I don't care what you say. Like, you can be all like, oh, well, it came out in 2000, and, like, 90s Green Day is good, and not 90s Green Day is bad, or whatever. But, like, Warning, again, like, I'd say Nimrod and Warning are more different than Insomniac and Dookie, but, like, they're not that different. Like, they're not like, oh, Nimrod good, Warning bad. Like, I like Warning. It's a good album. Anyway, yeah, that's the second page, and this is a goddamn, like, 20-minute video. I don't remember how long the first part was, but I feel like it was slightly shorter. It's probably all the tangents about talking about, like, bands that aren't even on this page. But, I mean, I just love passionately talking about music into my phone that no one else will ever watch. It's fine. Yeah, I'm just having a good time. Hopefully you're having a good time too, person who's actually watching this. And I guess I'll see you in part 3 that will come out hopefully next week. It'll hopefully come out next week. Who knows? Bye.